Hey, so today I want to talk about balance. I hope as we jump through this conversation, you think of, well, do I have balance in my life? Or could I maybe fine tune my balance? Or could I maybe organize or do something a little differently to find something that just works, well, maybe better? Over the years, I've discovered with myself, my life goes up and then it goes down when it comes to this term or concept of balance. You hear this often: a balanced life is a happy life. Workplaces understand this, not all of them, but some companies are understanding this more and more. If we don't give people PTO, paid time off, or UPT, unpaid time off, eventually they're unhappy at work. Eventually they might even quit on us. We have within just our own lives, though, the concept potentially of balance, but do we think about it enough? When we were at school, we had to balance our work, our homework, and then maybe even a side job, depending on if you were in college or not. Everything comes down to balance, but then everything also comes down into a seasonal term of balance. I could be going on vacation. I'm going to have to balance my time, my mileage, my hourly, just like, oh, it takes me 5 hours to get here. I'm going to have blah, blah, blah time to do this and this. And some of us, maybe we don't even think to that detail of, well, I should probably organize or balance. Maybe that just doesn't seem reasonable or just seems, well, dude, I'm on vacation. Why am I working? But once we start becoming more objectively minded or organized within our lives, we find we can make a 24-hour day really productive. We can find that no matter what's going on, balance is necessary. And to get balance, well, organization kind of has to come in, or mindset of key elements of what can I do to help me become balanced. Recently, over the last 10 months, I stopped working out. I didn't see or think there would be a lot of consequences for it, but then I discovered quickly my eating habits when I was working out hard to me not working out, my eating habits stayed the same, and what happened? I gained weight. I got actually really unhealthy to the point my body was crying out for help to do something differently, and I'm like, what happened? My balance changed. What happened also to kind of make my balance go good, the bad was I had a few job changes. Within that, my whole entire schedule went upside down. I was working night shift for a little while, then I jumped to day shift, then I jumped back to no job, then I went to another job, and it was just really created a lot of frustration or imbalance in my life. If we can't find or think of balance or think of it as a must need, I think we're going to discover we're not nearly the productive self we could be. We're going to find within our relationships we're not really being good friends, even. For example, if you have a support team or a support group or friends that you would see as your support group, and then one day you just leave them or don't think of them because you get so consumed in your work or something else, eventually you're going to wake up and be like, wait, what happened to all my friends? Or wait, I don't even know what's going on anymore. If we do anything too much, well, it's imbalance. We have Facebook to YouTube, Netflix. They're always trying to actually throw off our balance. They're trying to capture our time and just take it. And that's just kind of why. On that side, it's more business, obvious. But if we're not careful, Netflix, you could literally sit down and 3 hours later get up. What just happened? 3 hours of just what got taken from you, right? I think to be mindful, to be organized, and to kind of calculate balance into everything we do, we're going to find quickly, wow, this makes a lot of sense. If we do the hard work of maybe developing it, the balance or the scheduling, we will eventually find, well, shoot, I've done this so much, it's so easy now, right? If you do something 100 times, 101 times, it's a lot easier. So we would create the habit of a balanced life, or the habit of seeing and predicting, how can we balance this? How can we schedule this? How can we organize this? Things get simpler. The hiccup or the challenge I would have to say for myself and probably for others will be doing this, setting this up and getting it rocking and rolling. Most of us, I would believe, we kind of have what we'll call a semi-balance. But when was the last time you worked on a hobby? When was the last time you worked on something you wanted to do? Wasn't it always just kind of like life called you to it? You had to react to it. I know for myself, a lot of things that happen is a reactive mindset. It's not a proactive one. It's just boom, I gotta react to it. If I don't react to it, things might go really bad. But if we would get the proactive side, things change. As we change based off organization, based off direct, deliberate planning, we find, well, we can get a lot done in those 24 hours. I think a lot of us have to ask ourselves, am I pushing myself too far even? Balancing sleep into our lives matters a lot, as well as health, water intake. All of this is balanced. I think the majority of us, once everything's said and done, I will re-say what I just said earlier, it comes back down to we're just reactively going about our lives. And usually this causes us to actually be really stressed out. And we can also be stressed out though if we organize too much. As in, I would suggest if you plan a calendar or organized planner, leave room for potential unknowns. Don't have things down to the last T within a 24-hour period. It's awesome to be able to do that, but you might get stressed when you find, whoa, that took way longer than I expected. But if you schedule within your mind or your planner, well, hey, I'm going to do this, prioritizing, and then the rest, if I get it done, I get it done. If I don't, I don't. It's all right. I'll throw it onto tomorrow's plan and then move that way. Stress will be, well, not as much there. But I believe a lot of us, we get into stressful situations based off not knowing what to do, or maybe potentially not knowing how to do it, when I should do it, or maybe waiting to the last second because we got so off topic or off mind tracked or task that we just like, oh, I got a day to do this. Man, I better begin. Concluding, coming into a balanced life is seasonal, and I think it's the question or the mindset we have to develop now that once we start planning our planners, our organization, or our mindset development, we're going to just slowly adjust accordingly based off EQ, emotional intelligence, or based off how we need to respond in the now and then. I'll give you a perfect example. If you didn't have a kid and then you just have a kid, your whole life is going to be so upside down, and let's be honest, you can't really actually plan around that too well. But you can put in a mindful place, if you will. Oh, I can get this and this done when I have free time, and you can always have a to-do list or a planner to help you get through that quicker or easier, because you don't have to think about, wait, did I do that yet? It's already checked off, I did it. Once we embody this, throw this into our mindset, develop it as a skill that's almost subconsciously done, you're going to find, wow, I got a lot done today, or wow, what else can I do? Because I would believe as you get more and more on task with things, you actually will create more free time because you're not just doing nothing in those moments, you're doing something. So the more you do, well, the more time yet you will have, to the point you can maybe even put it into your planner. Hey, right now, for the next hour and a half, I'm doing nothing. And that's an awesome feeling. I like doing nothing. Usually when I do nothing, I think. And it's awesome. I'm a thinker, I enjoy it. And sometimes I just sit there to feel things, feel life as it is, off topic in itself. But be proactive about this. Develop balance within your life, and I believe with all I can believe, we'll have some great things done throughout your own life or my life and throughout the whole entire world based off us just being more on task with balance. Hey, thank you.